Hey guys, welcome back to the Keystone Central Railroad by DG Model Works. This is the third video in the Tsunami 2 series that I have been doing. I finally have this buttoned up, as you see. In my last video I talked about the LEDs. I went ahead and covered the backs of them with liquid electrical tape. Like I said, that covered fixed the light bleed issue. And I decided to do a little bit more wiring yet before I put it back together. As I stated in my previous video, I had each set of ditch lights sharing a resistor. But as I really looked at it, I could tell that the ditch lights were not quite as bright as the headlight, which came from the fact that they were sharing a resistor. So I went ahead and gave each light its own resistor, which is what I should have did to begin with. I knew better. I was just trying to cut corners, and well, you know what happens when you try to cut corners. Now they're nice. I really like them. They're perfect. I have the shell sitting back on. I don't have the couplers or anything installed yet, but I'll give you a quick look at the LED lighting, and we'll move on to a little bit more information on this. Okay, there we go. There's a shot of the LEDs, or the LED lighting. And I have it on mute right now, but if you hit the horn, they do alternate like I showed in my other video. I think the ditch lights now resemble more of the same brightness as the headlight. It might not look that way in the camera, but in person they're pretty much perfect. We'll go around and look at the other side. Switch it to reverse, and there you go. There's a shot of the LED lighting on the rear, and the same thing applies. Let me grab my controller here. They do alternate also. Sorry for the shaking, guys. I apologize. I like to, like I said, I like to take the camera off the tripod and move it with me. But now I'm running into some other issues, so let me put this back on the tripod, and we'll see if we can show you some of that. Alright, now we're back situated here. I am going to have to take this locomotive off mute and try to talk over it, so I apologize for that in advance. But the thing that I'm running into, you know, when you first fire this up, everything was sounds pretty good, everything was good, and I noticed that the speaker started, the sound level would drop down and back up to normal and drop down, and then eventually I started picking up some static sounds in the speaker, and then it went to, the longer it was on and running, it went to all static in the speaker along with the engine noise, or the engine sound, but it had constant static. So I don't know what's going on there. I'll see if I can demonstrate that. Oh, there you hear all the static. It was on long enough that all the static was there. So now there's a bell ringing. That might just be some of the random noises that happen while this is idling. You can hear the sound cutting in and out. Now it's static again. But it does random noises normally while it's sitting there. There you hear some cab chatter. So I am not sure what's going on with this. I'm going to pull the pull the shell back off, make sure there's nothing shorting out. But I mean, everything was fine. And when you let it cool down, turn it off and let it sit a while and start it back up, it's fine for a while. But it's a lot of the motor control is good, but the sound, something's not right. So this may be the last video. Might be the last video I make on this. See what I mean? This may be the last video I have in the series on this Tsunami 2. Because as of right now, I'm not very impressed with what I'm hearing. But hey, I'm snake bit, I think, when it comes to buying things. I can't seem to ever get something that there's not something wrong with it. Well, I don't know what happened there. Alright, I muted that. As you can see, this thing is not going very well. Before I put the shell on, I did notice that this board ran very hot for me. I talked to some other individuals that have these, and they said they never noticed theirs were hot. But there were certain parts of this decoder board that got so hot that I couldn't keep my finger on them or on it. So, is that normal for them? Did I get a bad decoder? Do I have maybe there's a pinched wire somewhere? I really don't think so, because it was fine for a little while, and the longer it runs, the worse it gets. So it may just be heat related, but I don't know, guys. I just wanted to give you a follow-up, and if I find any more information out on this, I'll let you know. But this may be the last video I have on this decoder, because, well, as you can see, it's not going very well. Alright, I'm back already with a little follow-up. I had the shell off, found nothing, fired it back up. It was ran perfect, sounded good for 3, 4, 5 minutes. Sitting here running, I can hear the sound starting to cut out now. I think it's a heat issue. Like I said, there it goes. There are spots on this board, on this decoder board, that get so hot, I cannot keep my finger on them for a second. So, it may be a faulty decoder. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else is having this issue with them. And you can hear it cutting out, starting to static. My guess is it's a heat-related issue. Alright guys, a little bit more follow-up. Here's the shell off. As you can see, it's running pretty good right here. That's what makes me think it's a heat issue. Because once I put the shell on, it's good for about 5 minutes, and then it starts acting up. This spot right here, these 2 items on the board right here, they are so hot right now. I can't touch my finger to them. I mean, I can only hold it on that long. Which I just think this board's generating so much heat that when the shell's on, it's just, it can't handle it. As you can see with the shell off, it's fine. If it was a short in the wire or something, it would do it as soon as I put the shell on, but the shell's on and it's fine for 5 minutes. And then it slowly starts acting up as it gets hotter and hotter and hotter. So, I'm not sure what to do with this. That's it for this video, and I really don't know if there's going to be a future video, because if this ain't going to work, no sense using it. Alright, take care, guys. Oh, I'm back quick. Even with the shell off, it just started crackling. It's just taking longer to heat up because there's no shell on it. I don't know. Now it's making a liar out of me. As soon as I turned the camera off, it crackled. You'll have to take my word on it. Alright, later, guys.